Hello, this is Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty, and before we get into today's episode, we're going to hear a short promo from a friend of mine's band, Adult Leisure, with their new single, Kiss Me Like You Miss Her.
It's a state of play. It's a state of play. No, I wonder if tomorrow she regrets them, drowning out in sorrow. Did you ponder? Did you whisper? Kiss me like you miss her. No, I miss the boarding either. Can I call you? Make some love behavior. Did you ponder? Did you whisper? Kiss me like you miss her. If this is living.
Adult Leisure, Kiss Me Like You Miss Her.
That was good. First time I've heard that.
It's good.
Enjoyed it. Who would you liken them to?
They kind of got an 80s sound, which I dig, obviously. Kind of late Tears for Fears, maybe.
Okay, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to Adult Leisure.
I'm walking through a ring of fire with a credit card glued to my hand, and my cell phone is slowly melting. Don't you know, I'm still a friend of the band. This is Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty, and I'm joined by my brother, Joey Fitz.
Hi, Tim. What was that from?
That is the new Black Keys single, I'm with the band.
Black Keys haven't done anything since Lonely Boy, is what I heard. So
No, the new album's really good.
I really like to piss my wife off every time she said she's going for a run, and I'm like, "Do you want me to get your headphones?" She's like, "Yeah, please." And I was like, "So you can listen to that song." And when I say that song, I mean, I don't think it is "Lonely Boy" by the Black Keys. It's another one that they had on that album, the one that goes
That is Lonely Boy.
Oh yeah, it is. So I just say, yeah, you're gonna listen to that song that goes and I wouldn't do it if it didn't wind her up, but it does. So I think it's funny.
Also a really good song with a fucking great video.
It's the one with the guy just doing the calm dance, right?
Yeah.
Great video.
Great video. Very simple, very easy. Done.
Yeah. Tim, we always start in the same way with Two Blokes from Blighty, so I hope you've got it ready. But we always start with a pub quiz question.
Pub quiz question of the week. Not a jingle, that's a sound effect at best.
What we have there is a fucking jingle, Tim.
Carrying on like we did last week, I'm going to give Joey a bunch of questions. And we're just going to keep going until he gets one wrong or can't get the answer.
6 last time. That's what I'm looking to be on my Two Blokes from Blighty mastermind, which is two things that you never thought you'd hear in the same sentence.
Great. Well, first question. What is the name of the iconic skyscraper in Dubai known for its futuristic design and being... Great. What is the ancient archaeological site in Peru that's famous for its intricate terraces and was the center of the Inca Empire? Great. Stonehenge is a mysterious... I'll start that again. Stonehenge is a mysterious prehistoric monument located in what country in the United Kingdom?
What county?
Country.
Oh, England.
Great. What is the largest desert in the world?
The Mojave?
It's not the Mojave. We'll come back to it at the end of the...
It's not the Sahara, is it?
It is the Sahara. I'll give you that pass. Longest river in the world?
The Nile.
The biggest ocean in the world?
The Atlantic.
It's not the Atlantic. We're going to come back
it's
to
the
it.
bloody Pacific.
We'll come back to it at the end of the
It's
episode.
the bloody Pacific.
You've already had one pass.
It's the bloody Pacific.
We'll come back to the end of the episode.
Oh, listener, I tried to get you a harder question, but it was a 50-50 and I put all my money on red and it was black. So what can I do? Tim, now that we've got that done, and now that the answer is the Pacific Ocean, we will move on. And now this is a funny one. The Wednesday this week is Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
The baby G's. And we thought We can't upstage the big G's on his birthday.
What are the odds that he was born on Christmas, by the way? That's mad.
0. I think it's already been proven that his birthday was in April.
April 17th, from what I remember.
Bang on. So, the baby Jesus' birthday. We don't want to interrupt it. No one wants to listen to us on Christmas Day. I'm amazed they want to listen to us the rest of the year.
I'm taking a vow of silence until January 1st.
That's not great for the rest of Podmas. But, Tim, we're actually doing this on Boxing Day.
Yeah, Thursday.
So what day would that make it? Thursday?
That would make it a Thursday, which is unusual.
Oh,
I'm out of my comfort
wait.
zone.
Our jingle's not going to work.
Oh.
Let me just
That's
rifle through the things I've got here.
Yeah, of course.
Would this one work?
Wake up, Tim, it's Thursday, bro. Joey's got a list to show. Feast our minds on global days, celebrating quirky ways. It is Thursday, my dudes. We're exploring all the moons. Holidays from distant shores. Every Thursday holds much more.
There you go.
That's a great jingle. What the fuck?
Thursday, my dude. All it takes is pop punk and definitely a band that we hire to do that. So
Absolutely.
listen to that band. It's called Schmartemiffel Schmintelligence. They're
I think
available.
they're quite ahead of their time, aren't they?
They are, but they're available for booking literally at any time you want at suno.com. Tim, I've got a few days for you.
Hit me with them.
There's only 3.
Ah,
None of them say Boxing Day.
okay. That's a start.
So,
So they don't celebrate Boxing Day in the States.
They don't, and I think that this is where this website's from. So National Candy Cane Day.
Sure. Okay.
That's fun. No,
That's nice,
fun,
yeah.
Candy cane. National Thank You Note Day.
That's wholesome. Sure.
Nice note for thank yous for, saying thanks.
Yeah.
National Whiners Day.
As in people complaining.
Yep.
Yep. That one.
Complaining about the things that you didn't get for Christmas that you wanted.
That's the way we're celebrating it. It writes itself.
You really want people to go to our Discord and flood it with a myriad of, oh, but I didn't get a Nintendo Switch.
I would like everyone to go into the Discord and write everything they didn't get.
What, even if they wanted it or not?
Yeah.
A literal list of every item in the universe that isn't in their possession.
Yeah. If you didn't get it, I want to hear about it. I'm building a database.
Tim, what do you want for Christmas?
Honestly, I don't want anything in particular.
Well, you're fucking useless then.
I know I'm difficult to buy for, but I'm not particularly after anything.
Me too. I haven't wanted anything for Christmas for about 10 years.
Yeah, me either. I'm quite happy as I am.
I would rather the money went to Josh from Talking Smack.
Yeah, donate
Or
to
Dan.
Josh. Or Dan.
No. Don't donate. Just throw money at them.
Passing by
Wherever
in a
they
car.
go, just say, your podcast fucking rocks. You deserve to be paid for it.
Yeah.
And just throw wads of money at them.
Dance, monkey dance.
I don't know if I like that. I don't think I'd like that to stay in, Tim. I'm gonna rewind. Okay, can you cut this out?
Yeah, I'll cut that out.
I don't think I've wanted anything for about 10 years for Christmas, Tim.
No, me either. I'm quite happy as I am.
Every year, my poor wife says, "What would you like for Christmas?" And I go, "Oh."
No, I know. Like Payne had the exact same problem with me. Like, that didn't. Like, I don't know what I want for Christmas because I don't want anything. I'm happy.
What she got you?
Well, I don't know yet. At the time of
Why?
recording, it's not Christmas Day.
No, but Tim, at the time of listening, it's Boxing Day, so you should know. Are you that ungrateful that you don't know?
I've already forgotten.
I've had to give my wife one of her presents.
Oh, I've had to give my partner one of mine as well.
Why?
Because she saw a TikTok about it and found it very funny, and I realized I've bought the thing she saw the TikTok about.
So you didn't have to give it to her.
Well, it was very funny to give it to her at the time.
Was it one of those monkeys that splats when you throw it out a window?
It was not, but she would absolutely love one of them.
I think they're really funny, but I don't think that I go anywhere high enough that I could throw a monkey out of the window without. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a like a silicon monkey.
Yeah.
That you throw it, and it's the gel inside is there's less gel than there is the space inside. So when it hits something, the gel stays flat, and the monkey has a flat face where it's fallen.
Yeah, that's all it is, but it's hilarious.
People make videos throwing them out of like 10-story windows and stuff.
I think I can think of one place in my office building that I could throw it.
The hawks would get it.
The hawks on the roof might get it.
I told someone about the hawks at your work the other day, and they told me that their university had hawks.
Yeah, apparently it's a common thing.
For the very same reason. That is mental to me.
Someone is employed to get hawks on a roof.
Yeah, Tim, I've also got to tell you, so last week I'd just seen Tim before we recorded, and Tim gave me a can of liquid death. Now,
yeah, they're going to be coming up later, by the way.
Oh, are they? Okay, we'll just get this out of the way. I tried the can right after the recording, and my initial response was, oh, that's quite nice. I tried it again shortly after we left the thing, and I thought, this is fucking disgusting.
No, it's good. I like liquid death.
And I didn't like it at all. I waited. I don't like sparkling water, which is a big thing, right? Because it is sparkling water with a bit of mango in, is what you gave me. I realised I don't like sparkling water. Don't know why, but I don't. So I opened it and let it go flat so I would have mango-flavoured water.
Right.
Thinking, look, big brain moves. Turns out they were little brain moves because it was even more horrible.
Yeah, that's not the way. That's not how that works.
Well, you know, what is sparkling water but water that is fizzy?
I don't like sparkling water for the most part either, but I like liquid death.
Liquid death is only popular because it looks like edgy kids can drink it in a bus stop and people think that they're drinking lager.
We love a tinny.
Yeah. That is it.
Also, their advert they did with the boys is very funny.
Yes, that was funny. Can you explain that?
Yeah, it's basically just the deep from the boys being like, most sodas have a lot of sugar in them, and then he gives like a glass full of sugar to a child, and it's like, here, drink this, and the child drinks it. He's like, who would do that to a child? So liquid death only has 4 grams, and then he goes on about erectile dysfunction and smoking for a bit.
Yeah.
Somehow in a bid to plug liquid death, but as I say, they're going to be coming up later in the podcast in a section you might not expect.
Ooh, is it weird history?
It is weird history.
Oh, I fully expect it now.
Oh. Should we just do it then and get out of the way?
Yeah, let's do it and get out of the way. I'm joking. That's really horrible. That makes it sound like I don't enjoy the history.
Oh, I got this again.
I really do enjoy the history stuff.
History. Weird history this week. It's the last episode of the year, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be fun to go back over some news articles, one for each month of this year.
Oh, I like it.
And find just a fun story from each month and summarize it to a paragraph or two.
Everything that's happened this year has been so fun. Like all the war and horrible genocide. So
elections
fun.
And yeah,
it's also good.
It's also going to be a fun chance for us to have a bit of a more jovial reflection on the year.
Okay.
So, a story for each month. January 25th, 2024. This is a synopsis that I've written. Pet owners who are exceedingly attached to their furry friends sometimes go to the trouble of having them preserved through taxidermy after they die.
Mm-hmm.
After her Rubberowski dwarf hamster, Hammy, passed away this year, Jess Porter Langson, aged 27, from Brighton, UK, sought out B. Ostrowska, who is a local taxidermist hoping to immortalise her pet as a pole-dancing stripper, the Metro News reported. This hamster was so iconic, quote, and all my friends knew Hammy and wanted to see him, said Porter Langson. He needed something special. Ostrowska posed Hammy on a small platform with a pole and sewed on a little thong for him to wear, which was stuffed with tiny dollar bills. He's got a creepy little smile going on, Porter Langson said. I was blown away. What's more iconic than a hamster on a stripper pole hustling for money? What indeed?
That's really funny. But I think the person whose hamster it was might be incredibly insufferable if you met them in real life.
Absolutely. I don't want to be within 50 miles of that person. But reading the newspaper from where I am, very funny.
Great. Tiny little hamster thumbs. There's your episode title.
There you go. February 1st, 2024. This is our February news. Justin Carpenter, age 25, really wanted some fried pickles from Buffalo Wild Wings in Lawrence, Indiana, but he arrived after closing time, the smoking gun has reported. Thinking fast on his feet, in spite of his ankle bracelet from a previous drug arrest, Carpenter offered to barter for the pickles for an exchange of marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, and vape cartridges for the savory treats. If you, quote, "If you make us some fried pickles, I'll make it worth your while," he allegedly told workers, 2 of whom were minors. He didn't get the pickles in the end, but he did leave 3 bags of marijuana on the counter, saying, "Make sure those go to the kids." The police tracked them to a nearby gas station where they found even more drugs and paraphernalia in his car. He was arrested for multiple charges.
Look, drugs are bad, but that guy is funny.
That guy's got it worked out.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Can you give me a brief overview of what the story is, and I have to guess where it goes?
Okay. Yeah. That's absolutely fine.
Okay, so we'll do that from March onwards.
All right. I'm gonna give you 3 words, if you like, and let you to try and piece where it's gonna go.
Okay, but
Right.
for each of them, or just for March?
For each one.
Okay, cool.
So for March, police, rats, evidence.
Police, rats, evidence. I think that police. Do you want? How specific do you want me to go?
As specific as you like.
Okay, police in Illinois, not Illinois, Iowa. Crazier in Iowa.
Yeah.
Police in Iowa have trained a rat, and it had to take the stand in a murder trial.
Why would the police have to train a rat to do that?
Well, I know. Okay, so there was a rat on a body that was found, and they made it take the stand in a murder trial.
Ah, right. Okay. I wish it was that. That'd be great. I'd tune into that trial, but it's not that. New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick told council members on March 13th that rats had infested the building's department so thoroughly they'd made their way into the evidence room and were eating confiscated marijuana. Quote, "They are all high," she said. According to the Associated Press, "The uncleanliness is off the charts," she elaborated, saying the building is full of mold and cockroaches, and staff suffer from broken air conditioners and elevators.
Baked up rats. I couldn't have asked for more.
There we go. Right, April. Let me bring myself up to speed here. Right. New Jersey. Shopping trolleys.
Gabagool.
$28,000.
Oh, that's hard. I think the council in New Jersey drained the river and found $28,000 worth of shopping trolleys in it.
Wouldn't surprise me if it did happen, but that's not this story. April 9th, investigators caught their targets. Caught their targets in a puzzling money smuggling scheme in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. NBC New York received reports that Detective Nick Macron and his partner arrested 77-year-old Alfredo Rodriguez and 54-year-old Hector Cortez, whom they had dubbed the shopping cart bandits. The two had stolen at least 140 carts from ShopRite Grocery, which Macron believes they were selling for about $200 wholesale.
Why?
It was about $28,000 worth of shopping carts, he said. The Food Marketing Institute estimates that 2 million shopping carts are stolen each year from their businesses. Who knew? Rodriguez and Cortez are rolling along in Bergen County Jail.
Isn't Hector Cortez one of the the guys in Breaking Bad?
I could look it up. I know no, was it not Victor or was it Hector?
No,
Hector's the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, what was his surname? Salamanca. No, never mind.
Salamanca, you got it.
Salamanca. Yeah, ignore me.
Right, May. Boulder, Colorado. Car theft. Fire hydrant.
Boulder, Colorado. I feel like
we've been to Boulder, Colorado on the travel agent, if you remember.
No, what was in Boulder?
Do you remember there was the woman and the man who dug out the massive home in the boulders?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Their car got stolen, and melted down to make the town's fire hydrants.
That's not as cool as this story, although this story is quite funny. An unnamed woman who has been accused of stealing a car was released from jail on May 3rd in Boulder, Colorado. Immediately upon her release, she walked down the road until she found a truck with the keys inside, the Associated Press reported. She got as far as starting the truck, but then she was confronted with the truck's manual transmission, so she got out and walked off, leaving the truck to roll forward and hit a fire hydrant. She was arrested again and has a May 30th court date for multiple offences.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That
June.
rehabilitation worked well.
June. Car theft. Grassing yourself up. Incorrect arrest.
I have no idea. Someone tried to turn themselves in for a car theft that they didn't actually do.
You're kind of close.
Okay.
Christy Turman, age 37, called 911 to let Lee County, Florida Sheriff's Office know that she was stealing a car from a dealership. WFLA TV reported on June 6th. Quote, "I'm trying to steal a car that's not legitimately mine," she said on the call. "So y'all better come make a report." Sure enough, when the deputies arrived, they found her getting out of a stolen Toyota Corolla. Turman said she was training in a game of Black Ops to nick a car. But then but she called the authorities, so it should be legal. But the joke's on her because she was arrested for trespassing.
Wait, what? She traded a game of Black Ops?
She trained in a game of Black Ops to steal a car, because in Black Ops...
Trained in a game of Black Ops. Got you, sorry. I thought you said she traded in a game of Black Ops.
For a car.
For the opportunity to steal a car. What?
No. So she was stealing a car, and then thought if she told the cops she was doing it, it would be fine. But then they arrested her for trespassing instead.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
July.
July. Mermaids, Olympics, and Team USA.
Mermaids, Olympics, Team USA. I think that the USA swimming team had to rescue someone who was doing a display in the Paris Olympics where they were a mermaid, but they couldn't swim using the tail.
No, unfortunately not. That would be great, though.
Okay.
The Merlympics in Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh my God, I hate it already.
The event in its existence since 2015 was designed to prove athleticism among strong mermaid competitors, KSL TV reported. At the May Games, Maya Sim, age 22 of Provo, Utah, secured a title as the fastest mermaid in the world. Sim has been mermaiding for 10 years at the Merlympics. Athletes must compete in 5 categories, including ecology, which is diving down to the bottom of some water and picking up trash, underwater posing for photographs, and rescue, swimming to save a submerged dummy, all while wearing full mermaid or merman gear. You look like you have a question.
I have my hand up because I'm trying to be polite and not interrupt you.
Yeah.
It's not a question, sorry, it's a comment.
Yep.
Mermaiding is not a verb.
According to this article, it is.
The article that you have is written by someone who I choose not to associate with.
It's, quote, "It's not a skill that's easily learned," Maya Sim said.
This is not a skill.
This type of restriction on your body is very difficult for people to understand. She has since been inducted into Team USA and hopes the Utah Mermaids will aspire to other such heights, such as introducing mermaiding to the Olympics.
Or, hold on, going outside and integrating with society.
Absolutely not. That's too far.
I saw a video of, so the only way I think this is legit for people to do is when they do those displays at, like, I don't even know where you do it, but they basically have someone in a mermaid tail. No, they have someone in a mermaid tail for kids, entertaining, swimming around a tank and waving at the kids, but they have to go up for air every couple of minutes, and that makes it look shit.
Well, this is the Olympics of that.
Yes, it doesn't need an Olympics of that. I saw a video of someone doing it, and as they were going away, they farted. It was so funny.
That's great. Right, August. New Zealand, sweets, drugs.
They were putting baking drugs into the candy, and they were gonna smuggle it over the border to Oz, but they got it mixed up with the Girl Scouts, and then the Girl Scouts sold loads of drugs for them by accident.
You're not a million miles off.
Okay, nice.
Auckland City Mission in New Zealand is trying to recover more than its reputation after a charity accidentally distributed fake candy that was actually chunks of methamphetamine, the New York Times reported on August 14th. The candies looked like individually wrapped pineapple sweets and had been donated by a member of the public, said Helen Robinson, the group's chief executive. Each block weighed about 3 grams, packing up to 300 doses of the drugs.
Oh my God.
Enough to be potentially lethal. 3 people were treated after tasting the candy, but it was so unpleasant they didn't eat the whole thing. Auckland police are hoping to recover all the candy and are looking for the source of the donation.
That is awful.
That's horrific. Like, I read candy distributed as methamphetamine and I had to click.
That is dreadful. I mean, funny, but bad.
Right.
I'm glad I was close, though.
September. The ability to smell. Lego, blowing your nose.
Lego blowing your nose, the ability to smell. I think someone has used Lego, good start,
Sure.
to create a robot that will blow your nose when it's blocked, allowing you to smell again.
I like the story, but unfortunately it's not. It's not that complicated, this one. Norton Havoc, age 32, can, quote, now smell colours, they've said, after blowing their nose in the shower and dislodging a Lego block that had been stuck inside for at least 26 years, the New York Post reported. Havoc posted they had suffered from multiple breathing issues after a childhood incident, where at the time the mom tried to extract multiple Lego pieces with tweezers, to no avail. I can breathe out the side of my nose now. It's fantastic, Havoc said.
So wait, tried to remove multiple pieces with tweezers, but failed. So she just said, no, that's fine.
Well, from what we got, because I looked into this, was he was putting Lego blocks up his nose. Now, keep in mind, he's age 32 at this point, and it had been up the nose for 26 years. So he would have been, what, 8? If that?
Try again, Tim.
6.
Payne told you that, didn't she?
She did, yes. So he would have been 6.
For the listeners, when Tim said 8, I couldn't hear Payne, but he looked over towards her direction, and then I saw him nod his head slightly as if to go, thank you for sparing me the embarrassment.
I work in finance. From what we got, multiple Lego bricks went up this kid's nose, including, the little coin ones.
Yeah.
So we think that went up there first, and the bricks got bigger and bigger. And at that point, the mom caught the kid doing this and was pulling them out with the tweezers, but didn't see him put the coin one up there, and that had got lodged in his nose for 26 years.
Wow.
Yeah. No, we've done September. October. Police, flamethrower, flashlight.
Flashlight or flashlight?
Flashlight.
That's less fun. Police, flashlight, flamethrower.
Yeah.
I think that police were called when someone was looking around something in their house, or maybe a burglar was in someone's house with a flashlight, but the call reported it to be a flamethrower, so they sent in like a SWAT team.
That'd be a great story.
It's wrong, but it would be a good story.
It would be a great story. In Port St. Lucie in Florida on October 14th, police responded to a report of an explosion. As they arrived at the scene, Joseph Morton, age 39, began yelling at them from his backyard. Then he came to the front yard holding a flamethrower. The police asked Morton to drop the weapon, but he wouldn't. Luckily, one officer was close enough to grab it out of his hands. Morton then moved inside the house where he got a flashlight and attempted to blind the officers with it. The law enforcement then tased him and he was taken into custody. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and resisting an officer. Which is more annoying more than anything.
Enough. Where did you say that was?
That was in Florida.
Not surprised.
No, me either. I was actually reading a thing. Do you know why Florida often seems like the crazy news center of the world?
Because they need to report every single Is it 911 or police call out to the news?
Correct. Yeah, so they need to report every time the police is called out to something.
Which is why
to the local media.
There's so many mental ones.
Yeah. November. Car insurance, fraud, bears.
Car insurance, fraud, bears. I think someone has told their insurer that they hit a bear while driving in trying to get a new car, and when the insurance questioned it, said there's no way you could have hit a bear, they went out and found a bear to hit so they could have a new car.
Hilarious as that would be, not quite. You started out on the right lines, though. 4 Californians were arrested for insurance fraud on November 13th for an incident that took place in January. I'm going to butcher these names, by the way. Ruben Tamrazian, age 26. Arat Chirkernian, age 39. Vahi Mudokrian, age 32. And Althea Zuckerman, age 39, filed insurance claims on 3 Mercedes cars, complete with video, where they said it had been damaged by a bear. The January 8th alleged attack took place while the cars were parked at Arrowhead Lake, northeast of Los Angeles. The investigation with the insurance team determined that the bear was actually a person in a bear costume.
I like it.
The bear costume, paws, and metal hand tools used to simulate claws were all found at the suspect's homes, officials said. Investigators had shown the video to a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, who confirmed that it was clearly a human in a bear suit.
I wonder if we could find that video.
I wonder. That'd be great.
I like it.
Now, our last news one. Liquid death. Gigs. Pissing yourself.
I know what this is.
You know about this?
There is an invention of like an adult diaper for gigs so that you don't have to miss the band. And it was put on preset and it sold out in minutes.
Yeah. So this is being done by Liquid Death.
That's awful.
It's horrific. Like it's very tongue in cheek. I'll just read the little thing I've got here.
It's awful, but they are so comfortable.
Mosh pit nappy designed to avoid queues at gig-loos rather. Sells out. The black pleather accessory includes metal studs, chains, and prevents bathroom breaks from spoiling a concert. An adult incontinence nappy designed for concert goers to avoid long queues at toilets has gone on sale and sold out. The limited edition pit diaper, specifically for mosh pits at music gigs, was available for $75 or £59 before selling out. It was sold by US firm Liquid Death, a sparkling water brand, for its unusual heavy metal style images and marketing. The firm's promotional material said, if you've been to a concert, you know the scariest place isn't the mosh pit, it's the bathroom. Now you can avoid having to brave that hellscape with a new pit diaper, adding that fans can relieve themselves in the safety of the mosh pit.
I'm actually kind of with them on that. The pit isn't as scary as the loos in most.
No, I'm with them there, but pissing yourself in the mosh pit is kind of where I draw the line. The company has teamed up with incontinence brand. What was it? Depends. That's the one. Incontinence brand Depends to produce a plastic pleather accessory which includes metal studs and chains. Liquid Death has got an unusual range of merchandise and marketing, some of which is very tongue-in-cheek. For example, producing misfortune cookies, which were fortune cookies with gruesome prediction inside. A soap designed for psychopaths, and a can of drink duct taped to a wall that sold for $5.2 million, parodying the banana tape to the wall for the same amount.
Jesus Christ.
Drummer Ben Collar, who wore the diaper in the promotional material, commented on Twitter about the media interaction he received, saying the crotch thrusting in a leather diaper on Chicago local news definitely wasn't on my 2024 bingo card, but life's a little ridiculous sometime. Liquid Death has yet to comment on whether or not further stocks will become available after sale. Have you seen the diaper itself?
Yes.
It is horrific.
Yeah, it's like something you'd see at a BDSM meetup.
Yeah, but now complete with shitting yourself or pissing yourself.
Well, if ever you want to go to if you want to go and see Muse and shit yourself while staring at Matt Bellamy, you can do that.
That is your right.
I chose Muse because it's the gig I'll never go to.
I'd see Muse.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Tim, speaking of cool people called Matt, there's a guy I work with, and I can't remember how I spoke about it, but I said something about Matt Berry. And then he proceeded to send me a photo of him with Matt Berry.
What?
And he was like, this is when I met him last year, and this is when I met him the year before. And he just runs into Matt Berry all the time. And I said, is he nice? He said, well, he knows who I am now. So I know someone who could be friends with Matt Berry.
That's scary and interesting.
It's cool though, isn't it?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. Matt Berry, what a guy.
It depends on where he keeps running into him, though. If it's like outside his house, then yeah, it's probably not so great. But...
in his bathroom.
yeah. From the window.
Yeah, exactly. No, this person isn't like that. It looks like it's genuinely just like
out in the street.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
Crazy nights. But yeah, he said the first time he met him was at one of his gigs. Did you know Matt Berry's a musician?
Yeah.
He's very talented. He's very good.
Very talented man.
I found that out this week, and I thought I'd tell you.
That's cool.
Yeah, there you go. Tim, this is our last Two Blokes from Blighty of the year. I think Two Blokes is quite special to me because it's not. There's a running order. We have a bit of a list of things we want to talk about, but it's not scripted, and we can go off piste a little bit, like I just did with Matt Berry. Mm-hmm. We're also most of the way through Podmas, so just before this, we would have had a break, and then before that was Christmas messages and the Game Awards, and the BAP special, and things like that. But I wanted to ask you, there's 5 episodes yet to come that we can't really talk about. One of them's a pilot for something new. One of them's 3 of them are returning things that people enjoyed, and one of them's a mainline episode, which we can say because I think we said it in the end of the last Federation.
Yeah, I think we did. It's a Transistor.
We haven't recorded it yet, so you can't use that anyway. Tim, what's your favourite bits of Podmas been?
Bits of Podmas. I really like the gang spitballs a game. That was a fun idea.
It was one of the first ones we did, wasn't it?
It was. That was a fun one to do. Yeah. I'm probably not going to bring back Choose Your Own Adventure next year. That was a bit of a slog to record, if I'm being honest. Even more of a slog to edit.
Yeah.
Probably not that then. But in terms of favorite stuff, I mean, the episodes that are coming out, I think over the next 3 days when this episode comes out, were really, really fun to do. Mm-hmm. What else? I really liked having to re-record the 11th hour episode, and then we scrapped it entirely. That was cool.
We didn't re-record it though.
No, we didn't. We had an issue with some audio on an episode that we've done, so we've got a lost episode.
Lost episode. The second one ever.
Second one. What else do we have? Oh, okay. Star Wars Christmas special. Way up there for me. Love that.
It was, but also, my God.
Yeah. What else? I'm just looking through the list here. Anti-piracy measures was interesting. Your episode, the DLC on Fountains, was really cool. That's something that I'm looking forward to coming out.
Came out today.
Oh, it's out today?
Out today, yeah. At time of recording, that date's the episode, the 20th. That's the latest one that's out.
Oh, sorry, do you mean the game or the episode?
Both.
Oh, they're both out today. I didn't realize the game was out today as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We got the advanced copy, so it's...
That's something, by the way. Have we talked about that on the main
line?
We can
talk about it now because Fountains is out.
Well, Joey has done a bloody good here, and he's got us in with, I guess, like a review bracket, if you like, of outlets and gaming publishers. That's going to allow us to review early access games and games that aren't coming out yet, or games that are on the way out. And it's not just like, your penny a dozen survival crafting sim set in Valhalla, which seems to be an ever growing genre. But it's stuff like as big as like the Indiana Jones new game is on there. It's good stuff, and obviously fountains. I'm sure the audience have listened to it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go do it if you haven't. But it's interesting stuff like that. We've got a project coming out, and that's going to be early access in the next few weeks, I think.
This the multiplayer one.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. I've spoken. So the other cool thing that this review site allows us to do is almost have like a direct link to a game developer.
Yeah.
So we've been messaging some developers about some games, and basically one of them is releasing a game that, I mean, we can spoil. I think we'll have a bonus out called For Cursed. It looks really fun, but he's asked us for some direct feedback, and having a direct line to the developer is really cool.
It's very interesting.
There's another one that we've got that I'm really looking forward to as well, but it's that I don't think I want to spoil just yet. So,
but no, look forward to a lot more DLC episodes, because we're going to be using the DLC. So I think the plan is, correct me if I'm wrong here, mainline episodes are kind of remaining as they are. But we're going to be using DLC for these like early access reviews. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, I mean, we'll use DLC for a number of things, but I just think that it keeps this fresh, and there will be things like we did Starstruck Vagabond a while ago, and that went down really, really well.
We're in the trailer for that now.
We are, but they called it really annoyingly. They called us the Game Glub Podcast.
Oh, they put a typo on it. No,
yeah, they did. But it was cool to be in the trailer as the Game Glub Podcast.
Yep.
Maybe if
I'll be on our IMDb credits.
We could be the game. Well, it won't, because no one will actually know it's us. I think it's someone else called the Game Glub Podcast.
It's about fish.
Yeah. Fishing games. It's about Fishing Simulator. And that's
there you go. Perfect.
But I think that, this would be really fun. And the developer for Forecast has said that we can do basically what we want with it, but thinking about things like that. And Tim, you can cut this if you think it's a bad idea, but I actually thought it'd be a good way to get you some new episode of Game Changers.
I was thinking that too.
So yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, great. Also, one of the things that's come up in discussion, to give the audience a bit of a peek behind the curtain, since the rebirth, if you like, of BAP, the Biased Anime Pod. By the way, if you haven't, go listen to the pilot. Go listen to the
it's brilliant.
special. It's exceptional. Fantastic work from Pete and Sky there. We've also been exploring behind the scenes more ways to collaborate with those guys.
We're also thinking of really cool ways to collaborate with Jacker and Sky from the Biased Anime Podcast. And Tim, if you haven't, you will have listened to it, but audience, if you haven't listened to episode 1 of the special, it's exceptional. It's really, really good.
Christmas special is also really fun.
Yeah, both pieces of content released in Podmas are just great.
Do you know what I will say about the Christmas special as well is it gives you a lot of really interesting backing into Jacker and Sky's tastes in anime. Because obviously the pilot, they've told each other, hey, we're going to sit down and watch this series. The Christmas special is, what have they watched in their own time? Like, what do they enjoy the most?
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I also learned that isekai is a thing that they really like. They explained it in the middle of it. It's something about going to a different world or dying and ending up in a different world. I had no idea what it was when they first started talking about it, but I feel like it's a bit of a turn on what they used to do. I feel like it's maybe a little bit more accessible to someone who isn't into anime, and that's not a slight on the way it used to be, but
it's a good way of getting your proverbial feet wet.
Yeah, exactly. It's good, and I think once you know what you're talking about and you hear from them what you'll enjoy, it would be a really good one to keep updated, because the first episode was really good, and that's what the episodes are going to be more like going forward.
Yeah. I think those are my favourite parts of Podmas. What about you?
You've listed every single episode we've done, Tim. I'm joking, you haven't. I think my favourite... I mean, the stuff for the review was really cool to do.
Yeah.
BAP, I think, is well up there. I didn't. I knew I'd like it because I like Pete and Sky, but I didn't think I would get as into it as I have done because I'm not into anime. But I really, really enjoyed them. And then the last Federation, I forgot how much fun that episode was to record because we did it months and months and months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done that.
So, yeah, those are three of my highlights. But I think every episode I've enjoyed. It's been challenging because there is loads of days in December.
Yeah. From a logistics standpoint, this month has been very difficult.
And I thought about it. We're actually doing more than that because we had the last episode of the Anime Corner released on Saturday the 30th, which is the last day of November. And we're also having a Two Blokes from Blighty release on the 1st of January, which is the first day in January. So we bookended it with a bonus episode either side as well.
You lucky dogs.
So, yeah, there you go.
Good.
There
Right.
you go. Tim, can we move on to a section that I'm really looking forward to this week?
Absolutely.
Let's do some jokes.
That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week. It's joke of the week.
Well remembered. So this is our joke of the week section where Tim and I will tell each other one-liners with the aim to make the other person ruffle. We want them to ruffle copter right out the room.
If you're not lamowing, you should be PMSLing.
PMSLing. But when we tell each other a joke that makes the other person laugh, the joke of the week section is over, and that joke is crowned joke of the week. Tim, I have 11.
I also have 11.
Do you want me to go first this time?
Yeah, sure.
Tim, I made grand plans to sail around the globe in the world's smallest ship, but I bottled it.
Ah, it's clever. Clever. How do you get 200 Canadians out of a pool?
I don't know. How'd you get 200 Canadians out of a pool?
Just say, can you please get out the pool?
Because
They're very polite.
Yeah, well, cool. Tim, one of the cows didn't produce milk today.
Oh.
It was an utter failure.
That would do it. Yeah, it's a good way of describing it, actually. Very rolls off the tongue. How did Mary waterproof her A4 documents?
I don't know. How did Mary waterproof her 84 documents?
Her A4 documents.
A4, sorry. I thought you said
A4.
84. Yeah, okay, go on.
Mary had a little laminator.
No?
I
wanted a bit more than that. Tim, I got fired from my job as a set designer at a major film studio. I left without making a scene.
That's clever. That's good. I like that a lot. In ancient Rome, there were only 4 types of poison. Poison I, poison II, and poison III were deadly, but poison IV just makes you really itchy.
That's good. I saw it coming as soon as you said II.
Yeah.
I like it, though. It's very good. Tim. Oh, actually, do you know what I haven't told you? The guy who invented Velcro died today.
Rip. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Made myself laugh.
I got Mariah Carey a plot of land to grow some vegetables as a present, but she said, I don't want a lot for Christmas.
I was waiting for something about sheep. All I want for Christmas is ewes.
Good.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. That's good. I buy all my guns from a T-Rex. He's a small arms dealer.
They do have small arms. They do. My girlfriend called me a sex machine this morning. If you want to get technical with it, her exact words were a fucking tool, but I'm pretty sure that's the same thing.
Very good. Is she in the room with you now?
Yes.
Good. Okay. My friend's bakery burnt to the ground last night.
Oh, yeah?
His business is toast.
That nearly got me. That was good.
Okay.
That was really, really good. When I eat alphabet soup, I only eat the vowels.
Why?
Sometimes. No?
Nope.
Oh, that was very nearly there.
Nope. I have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it.
That's how they work. Yeah. Having sex is like riding a bike. People get really upset if you do it on the pavement.
They would do.
Yeah.
I'm still trying not to laugh from the last joke you said. That was just really got me. Tim, I used to be able to play piano by ear. Now I have to use my hands.
That'd be a talent to use your ears.
I used to be able to.
What do you call a dinosaur that takes care of its teeth?
I don't know what you call a dinosaur that takes care of its teeth.
A velociraptor. Yeah?
No.
No.
I went to a seafood disco last week, but I ended up pulling a muscle.
That's clever. That's really good. People seem to think that Microsoft Excel is a really flawed program, but personally, I rate it October 10th.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's good. I did. There's a joke like that. This isn't my joke, but I heard it recently where it's to optimists, the glass is half full. To pessimists, it's half empty. To Excel, it's the 1st of February.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, you have my word.
Yeah, that's good. A Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear on the count of 3. He says, 1, 2, and poof, he disappeared without a trace.
I've had that one on the podcast before.
Well, was it as well delivered as that before?
I think your delivery was better. I'll give you that.
Okay, good.
Apparently, 1 in 6 children are conceived on an IKEA bed, which is really impressive considering how busy those stores get.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. 1 in 6, that's quite low.
That is quite low.
Wait, in the UK or just worldwide?
Worldwide, from what I've read.
Might be higher concentration of IKEAs in Western world. Tim, my last one.
Mm-hmm.
My wife called me and said she saw a fox on the way to work.
Oh.
I said, how did you know it was on the way to work?
That's really good. That is really good.
And then she hung up on me.
Okay. I've just heard the CEO of IKEA was elected Prime Minister of Sweden. His first task is to assemble his cabinet.
I really wanted to laugh, but there isn't a joke of the week.
There's no Joey, what did my boss say before he kicked the bucket?
But the thing is, this makes you laugh, not me. Look how far I can kick this bucket. Tim.
Yeah.
What did my postman say before he kicked the bucket?
What?
Tim, look how far I can kick this bucket.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. There's the joke.
End of the year with a bang.
I really wanted the fox one to win, but you know, life comes at you fast.
That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week. But no joke of the week.
Yada 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 bucket. That's the joke of the week.
Yep.
Tim, Die Hard. We're going to get through this really quickly because we've been recording for nearly an hour and you've had 2 very long episodes go out recently.
Yep, I am looking to keep this one under wraps. We watched Die Hard.
Yep, Christmas movie.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying, is it a Christmas movie?
In my opinion, yes.
Well, it takes place at a Christmas party, so of course it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, of course it's a Christmas. There's a regular running theme of Merry Christmas in it.
Exactly. Tim, you've got 10 seconds to explain Die Hard. Go.
12 terrorists take over the Nakatomi Tower in California, and John McClane is going in there to help his wife, currently going through a divorce.
10. I don't think that explains Die Hard.
No, I got partway through the plot. But the long and short of it is John McClane is a New York cop who is flying out to California to try and get his wife back. She happens to be involved at the party where 12 terrorists have come into a building and taken everyone hostage.
Yeah. What a film.
A fucking great movie.
The best Christmas film?
Yeah, it's up there.
No. The best.
I mean, I've always going to have a soft spot for Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Okay.
It's great, but I like Die Hard's fantastic. It will always be fantastic.
Swine.
What?
The fucking Grinch.
The Grinch. It's great. Anyway, Die Hard.
When was the last time you watched The Grinch?
Last year, actually. Oh, no. I might have watched it this year, but I definitely watched it last year.
It's really bad.
No, it's Jim Carrey's one.
It's so bad.
No, it's fun. It's
We
a
went to
great
see it in
movie.
the cinema, and I remember thinking that was so overrated.
No, it was great.
It's bad.
I love it.
Anyway,
Anyway, Die Hard.
Die Hard is excellent.
Die Hard is fantastic.
What's your favourite moment?
When John McClane revealed how much of a psychopath he is by writing, "I have a machine gun now, ho ho ho," in a guy's blood on his sweater.
Do you know
That
that's
was
my favourite
unhinged.
bit as well?
It's unhinged.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I also think the broken glass scene where he has to walk across the glass with bare feet is one that still makes me wince as I watch it.
Toe curlings for him and me.
Well, yeah, but your toes will curl the opposite ways.
Yeah, up.
His will go up, yours will go down.
Like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Who's your favourite character?
Or John McClane. Or Alan Rickman. Actually, I really like Alan Rickman. He's like, yes, my name is Clay Payton, or whatever it is.
Hello, yeah, my name is Clay Payton.
I am an American.
Land of the free, yeah.
Almost the brave.
That was not from Die Hard. That, believe it or not, was from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But the
Crazy
Alan
what they do with
Rickman.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Wasn't this Alan Rickman's first film?
I don't think it was his first.
His first major role.
It was arguably one of his breakout roles. I'm just going back. No, his first films were, let me check.
You're going to tell me that none of this was his first. It was
Yes.
nowhere near his first. Alan Rickman.
Well, he was definitely in films before 2006. He was the lead in Romeo and Juliet in 1978.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go. What a movie. But yes, Die Hard. It's just a good action movie in a sea of Hallmark and Christmas. I'm not going to say drivel because I like Hallmark movies.
You only like Hallmark movies because Pain is in the room with you.
No, I like Hallmark movies because they're fun and dumb.
You only like them because Pain's in the room and she'll shout at you if you say otherwise.
No, I like Hallmark movies because they're fun and dumb. But this is an action movie in a sea of Christmas movies, adding to a Christmas movies list. It's great.
So Die Hard was his third ever film. He did lots of TV. He did a film called Busted, then Weatherby, and then Die Hard. And then he was instantly called the January Man,
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
which I think I might watch.
Yeah, I mean, what
What
hasn't been
needs
said
to be
about it?
said? It's Die Hard. It's fucking excellent.
It's fucking Die Hard. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Make it an annual tradition at Christmas. Go watch it.
Yeah. And Tell Pain is the best Christmas film that's ever existed.
She did enjoy it.
So listen to it now.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I don't think we need anything more than that. Tim,
Good
I don't
stuff.
think we'll do a Christmas movie, another movie.
No, not for the next episode.
No, because next year. Or do you want to do one for the last episode and then we'll ditch it for the next season?
Yeah, we'll do that.
The reason that we're doing this is not on a whim, not the whim. Is because we have the Video Game Movie Club and we're going to do something about movies there, and you don't need to see more movies from us. That's just
Just in a review on Letterboxd for Die Hard come out today that says Jake Peralta was right. This was lit and most certainly a Christmas movie.
fucking hell.
Yeah.
So, Tim.
Yeah.
First of all, what score did you give Die Hard?
I gave it a 4 out of 5 on IMDb. Oh no, Letterboxd. 8 out of 10 on IMDb, which works out to 2.5 blokes. No, 1.5 blokes.
1.5 blokes. Okay, cool. That sounds
What about
good. I would give it 9 out of 10.
It's a great movie.
It is a good movie. Tim, I'm giving you a scale here.
Mm-hmm.
How bad would you like this film to be?
What level of bad? Are we talking Cats or are we talking The Room?
That's your gamble.
Let's go with horrific.
I think you might have told me that you turned this movie off before.
I'm listening.
The Batman.
The Batman.
The Robert Pattinson Batman.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Oh. What film were you telling me you turned off?
We turned off A Merry Single Christmas the other night.
Oh, yeah, that's the same as The Batman.
Similar.
I don't want to watch The Batman because it's like 2.5 hours long. Tim, do you want a Adam Driver film about him going to the land of the dinosaurs with a gun, or a Jason Bateman film where he gets on a plane?
I mean, I'm very interested about Land of the Dinosaurs with a gun. Like,
Okay, we're going to watch 65 then.
65?
65, Adam Driver film.
I'm gonna
I
write
know
this down.
nothing about it, but it's on Netflix's most played today.
Done. Written down.
There you go. So for our last ever film, we're going to watch Adam Driver with a gun fighting dinosaurs, I hope.
That's brilliant.
You were inches away, Tim, from having the Nan movie, which is Catherine Tate's grandma character, for a whole movie.
It sounds incomprehensibly shit.
I mean, there's still time if you want it.
I think I'm good.
Are you sure?
I don't want to. I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying Catherine Tate's career, because I'm sure she's a very talented actress. She's okay in the things that I've seen her in. However, when your career is boiled down to, am I bothered?
Am I bothered though?
It's insufferable at best. And I know the Nan doesn't say that, but I know that character is going to come up in that movie.
Yeah, it's it don't look good.
No.
So yeah, we'll watch 65.
Great.
Nice.
All right.
That's it, Tim.
That's it. Pub quiz question, and we're out of here.
Let's do it.
Do you remember the question?
The biggest ocean, it's the Pacific.
Ding, 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 winner.
Can I have one more question?
Yeah, of course you can. Do you want to keep going again until we get one
Yeah,
wrong?
go on then, and then we'll just. I mean, the jingle's not on the soundboard, so you have to play us out. But once we get it wrong, we'll just end it.
Great. What's the smallest country by land and population?
The Vatican.
Correct, or Vatican City. What mountain range runs runs along the western edge of South America?
The Andes.
In what ocean would you find the Maldives, a tropical paradise known for its overwater bungalows?
The Atlantic.
Not the Atlantic. We're going to end the recording there.
There you go. Bye. See you later, bastards.
Bye. It was the Indian Ocean. Bye.
Bye.